Okay, I don't know if anyone can see me. Hello, if so. Oh, doesn't look like anyone's on. That's good. That'll give me a minute to try and get this set. All right. Well, hello everyone. I'm Matt with Grafted Branch Homestead. So this is a quick live. I'm extremely nervous. I haven't done many lives. So really I'm going to use this to warm up to them and on how to do it and whatnot. So I guess most people will see this in the replay since it doesn't look like anyone's on right now. So the purpose of today's video is I'm going to show my new Wynola Ranch cage, and we're going to be moving some quail into it, as well as I'll just talk a little bit about that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I built my last quail cage, and I'm building another new one. But I did want to get this Wynola Ranch cage. The one I built is kind of hard for my wife and my kids to get the eggs out of and to be able to help feed and water. So we decided to go ahead and go with this one so they can help out a little bit. And so I have this set up here, and let's see, we'll try and show that a little bit. So it's a 2-tier setup, and there we go. So we're going to get this going. Now in the first tier, I have 2 different sets of quail. I have some Wynola Ranch quail, which are a mixed breed, and those are going to go on the top. They're a little bit smaller, so I'm going to put, we're going with the rule of 3.5 quail per square foot. I know that sounds funny, but so we're going to put 10 quail in the top here. I'm going to do 2 breeding sets, so 2 male and 8 females in the top here. So this Wynola cage has an egg rollout on the bottom of each of them. We have our feeder tray and then a single door. On the back are the 2 waters. Now don't do that. Now the water system that comes with it I didn't go with. I decided to hook up this 5-gallon system here that I made. There we go. So I'm going to turn that knob, see if we get the water flowing to fill it up. We'll go ahead and fill the feeder trays with food and the bottoms with some stuff as well. There we go. Vent that out. There we go. Water. The water is not wanting to go quite as well right now. It is running down some, so I will mess with that a little bit here. There we go. And so that will run down into their little drippers. It may be hard to see on the camera, but they just have these little drippers that they can, there we go, open up that system, and now they're filling. There we go. Alright, so we got those filling up. I'm going to go ahead and fill their troughs with feed. Right now I am using a mixture of 2 parts chicken layer feed and 1 part game bird feed, as well as adding in some diatomaceous earth and crushed eggshells and crushed oyster shells. I do want to go to a all organic blend of foods. More so I want to go to a food that we grow here, some grains, our mealworms and all those things, and be able to get them on a food that we can produce here. So that's the ultimate goal. But for now this works. So now that we got their water going, I'm going to go ahead and fill up these troughs. Doesn't look like anyone's on. That's okay. That makes me feel a little more comfortable right now. So anyone can watch this in the replay, and then maybe when we go live again, I'll get some people to chat with there. All right, cool. So we will fill this up nice all the way up, and then go ahead and fill the bottom one as well. The bottom birds are the Southwest game birds. They're jumbo brown Corturnix quail. They're a little bit bigger, so we're just going to put 8 of those in the bottom here. 6 females and 2 males. And so there we go. I do crush up oyster shell. I also like to crush their eggs. The quails give us tons of eggs, little eggs, and sometimes, we do crack those and eat them that way. But we like to crack a whole bunch all at once and make them, scramble them up into scrambled eggs and then fill an old little coffee creamer thing with them. So we can use that throughout the week for scrambled eggs. And then we take all of the shells, I throw those, wash them off real good, throw them in the oven just on a baking sheet at about 220 degrees for a few hours, and then grind them up in my little grinder stone there. So there is calcium mixed in with their feed. I have noticed their shells being a little more brittle than usual though. So I'm going to add some of this just to the tops of their food. I am doing breeder sets, solo stop. I am doing breeder sets in these cages, not just the egg layers. That's because we are going to be incubating more quail in this quail barn I'm building. We're going to be doing the incubating, the brooding or brooder boxes, as well as the cage here, and then the old one's going to be for grow out for meat birds. Now, Quaternics quail are awesome because you can take them from egg to table essentially in about 8 weeks. So they give you a good source of food. Here, we want to get as removed from the system as we can, really. Just like the Bible says, come out of her, my people. And so that's what we're trying to do more and more as we go. For example, the lights and everything in here, I'm going to sink, so there'll be a water pump, as well as the electricity for the incubator, and the brooder I want all on solar. So we have a solar system for the chickens, and then the solar system here for the quail, and then eventually, let me kick the dog out one moment. Here, say hi real quick, Solo, and then we'll kick you out. Hi! Alright, let's throw him out. Alright, and so I'm doing individual solar systems. I could just buy a little solar generator or whatnot, or buy a system, but I want to learn the ins and outs of it and how it works. So I built the chicken system. I'm going to build this one a little larger, and then eventually one to the house to run a few things. Getting off track though. So now that I got the water and the food set up, I am going to take some of this, and this is just horse stall pellets, and I leave them in this container, and just the humidity or whatnot will kind of turn it into a shred. So I think that works real well to keep down smell and excess moisture from their droppings. So I'm going to put a little bit of that down on these bottom trays. It looks like there may be 2 people in here. I can't see who or whatnot, but hello, welcome. This might be kind of boring, but let's keep going here. There we go. So we'll put a little bit of that down there just to help with moisture and smell. The birds that we're going to be putting in have all come out of 5 different cages. So normally when you're adding new birds and whatnot, it's a good idea to pull them all out, put them in a different cage. I spray down their cage, or where I'm putting them, with a diluted mixture of vinegar and water, and that's really just to kind of confuse the birds, their smells and whatnot, so they don't attack each other. One thing about Quaternics quails, they can be extremely aggressive. They're like little piranhas, I guess. If the chickens are little raptors, they'd be little piranhas. And so they will go after each other. Okay, cool. So I believe we got our Wynola cage here ready. And I will pan the camera over here real quick and show you. So I have pulled out 10 of my Shire quail down here. They are sitting in there getting ready to come into the cage. So we'll put them in the cage. There we go. Okay. Here's the first one. Woo. And this one, you can see I put a band on his foot. That's because that's one of the roosters. So I don't know what types all of them are yet. I've been really just concerning myself with raising them and all that stuff. Woo. All right, let's go in your cage. He will go in his new home. One of 2 roosters in here. Let's see. There's another one of them, one of the females. Oh, there we go. Now, these cages, they have the egg rollouts, which are awesome. One concern I did have was I do give them some other things to eat, and so they do need a little bit of grit. The cages I had built have sandboxes in them. These do not, and they're slanted. So I'm thinking once a week I may just give them a little Tupperware of some sand or whatnot that they can take a bath and get some of that grit as well. So here is that third one. Oh, let's see. And we do have a few people in here. I can see 3. Hello. I'm not sure who all's here, but welcome. And so there we go. This is one of the other females. And they're pretty big in there. I may actually just do 8 in here, I think. I don't know if I'm going to put all 10 in there. Currently right now I have 27 quail. So I do need to process some. We're going to be breeding some more out. But between these two I'll do, I think, 16. Getting away, and it is extremely hot. It's been near 100 degrees today, so if I'm sweaty and whatnot, I do apologize. So this is one of the sex-linkable males. This is the second. So we'll do 2 males, and I'll do 6 females in here. There we go. Oh. There's one of the other females. There we go. 4. There's 5 birds in there right now. There's another one of the females. Whoop. And it, there we go. And I did get a comment on a video asking about how these quail do in the heat. They do good. They do well in the heat. They will, as long as they have cool water and they're out of the direct sun and the elements, there's not much of a big deal there. Yes, we'll do 8 in this cage, I believe. So let's get one more. And some of them have some feathers pecked away. That's normal. So this will be the last one we put in this cage here. There we go. So we will let those guys get used to their new home. And what I am going to do is, we have 2 birds because I had 10 set aside still here in the cage. So I'm going to take those and put them back in the old cage and get 8 of the Southwest Game Bird Jumbo Browns that we're going to put in the bottom here. So hang on if you're still there. I'll be walking back and forth doing that for a minute here. I'll show this one though. There we go. There's the old cage, so I'm going to go back there. I had wanted to make sure that I got this barn secure enough because we have neighbors' cats that have been hanging around. So I don't want them to be able to get any of these little guys. There we go. Okay, and I'm just gonna bring these brown jumbos in from Southwest Game Birds, and we're going to put those right in the cage. So it looks like we still got one person hanging with me. Hey, thanks, whoever you are there. But there we go. Let me see if I can aim this down a little bit more. So you'll have to excuse my skills here. And actually, I tried to go live last night, but had some problems with the electrical system in here. And it feels like my phone's overheating, and that's been a problem too. So if the stream does cut, I do apologize. It's telling me to rotate my device. I don't know. If this isn't coming out well, sorry. Let me go grab another bird. Okay, so I got another one of jumbo browns. Now these are they have sex traits so you can tell if they're male or female pretty easily. And so this one has spots all up and down the breast. This is a female. There we go, go in there. There we go. We got 2 in there. We'll go get our third. Got the third jumbo brown male, and this one again is another female. There are spots all there. Here we go. 3 of those guys. Let me go get some more. Number 4. These doors are a lot smaller. The cage I'm building, I'm actually taking ideas that I learned from the different things. So there's a lot of ways I could do things easier, just buy things or pay for things. The reason I build with so many things like the solar systems and the cages and whatnot is, of course, I'm doing this because we want better food in us. And we want to be closer to the food chain and remove ourselves a little bit from the world and the system. But really what we're doing here, you know, we're here on the urban homestead in the city in New Mexico on an almost quarter-acre plot. So we are pushing it to its max. But really what we're doing is we're trying to develop skills and learn, because that's way more valuable than a lot of things we can do. I don't know if you can see, but they're poking their heads through getting food here right now. All right, well, we got 4, so let me go grab a few more there. All right, here's our 5th one. Woo. And here is the 6th. This one is a male, and let me show you how on these we can tell. So, let me find young to calm down a little bit. Come here, you. They're feisty. So this one you can see he doesn't have as many of those spots. Nice red chest. So that's a male, and I got him tagged there. And so that's 6 of these guys in here. We'll grab 2 more. And I don't know, it looks like we got 1 person there. I haven't seen any comments. I don't know if I'm just missing all those. I'm not really sure how all this works quite yet. But if I am, hello. It's good to see everybody. I'm going to grab 2 more birds. Alright, and if you're hanging with me, we're just about done here. I got these last 2 birds to fill the cages with, and then I'll say a few words and we'll end this live stream. There we go. Grab 1 more bird there. Alright, so I decided to do 16 birds, 8 and 8 in these cages. Just what feels right to me, so that still leaves me 9 birds in my other one. one in there. So we will try this out and see if this works well. My phone's still telling me to rotate the device. So let me see, I'm not sure. Not sure how that works. Okay, there we go. Well, it looks like there's two people in here, so hello. I can't see if there's any comments or anything. I don't know if it's my phone or just me, but anyways, that's all right. If you're here, welcome. So we've been populating our Wynola Ranch Cage here with our Populating quail. So I got, 8 of the Myshire birds up top, 8 of the Southwest game bird, the jumbo browns, in the bottom there. And look, it looks like something popped up there. Let's see. Sorry. Oh, okay, cool. So we got, who's here? Jungle Mom, it looks like. Well, hello. Sorry, it's doing the comments sideways. I got to figure this out on my phone a little better. But good to see you. Welcome here to my little quail barn I've been building. It's a process. I guess I'll show around a little bit here before we hop off. So let me go outside first real quick. And let's see, I can rotate the camera. Excuse me, being sweaty there is pretty hot. No, it's not gonna. There we go. Okay. So we'll head out here. So I got one door done. And I'll be building a second one there to our little quail barn. And so we're getting that finished. I do have a screen door on here. We've put in a 5-gallon water pail, so that should hopefully last about 2 weeks or so without having to change that. And so we've just braced that, and I am insulating the walls. So you'll see some of that around, and then running solar in through it. But that's about it. There's Solo watching. So we'll turn this back around. Let's see, what do we got? We have a homeowner association, so you live vicariously. Okay, well that's cool. Let's see, let me put this back on here. You can live vicariously. I don't have a homeowners association, but I don't have roosters for the chickens that are back here. You can't see very well. We have 10 chickens. No rooster. That's just because I don't want my neighbors mad at me, really. So that was actually part of the main reason we went with quails, because I can have quail roosters. With the chickens, I have to buy new eggs or get new eggs every time I want to, perpetuate that. The quail, I can do our own. So let's see. I got a few other comments. Sorry for me turning my head here. Oh, I'm sideways. Okay, so that's why the thing is. Well. Okay, hopefully the next stream is much better. We'll plan one for next week here. Heat's not an issue for them, no, and actually I've been asked that a lot. That was actually something I had really wondered too. So here in New Mexico, we have, swings where it can go below 0 in the winter and then definitely into the triple digits through the summer. So cold, they're fine. Those feathers protect them. You just got to keep the water melted. And then with the heat, they'll pant, but as long as they have water, they're fine. I keep them out of the direct sun, of course, and out of the rain. You don't want them to get wet, out of the elements. That's really all they need. In the summer, I do keep the cages a little bit thinner, not packed as much, just because of the heat. As well as I've been bringing out cold water. Now we have this other system, so I'll see how that works. Sometimes I like to cut cucumbers in half, and we freeze those, and then we'll give them to the chickens as well as the quail, just to kind of cool them down. But they do well. Now the heat doesn't really bother them. They can be in the heat for sure. So let's see. They're in there. They are very hardy little animals. I kind of really like them. They're enjoyable. So sorry that I guess the stream was probably sideways for most of that. I do apologize. But yeah, it looks like there's a couple people in here. Awesome. Well, hello. Let's see. I hope you've all had a good Saturday here. We were in the garden with the family. We swam in the pool. And let's see, we did some burgers for dinner. We had homemade pickles on those burgers and lettuce and tomatoes. We had a cucumber salad from the garden. We've been cooking snake gourds lately, so those are awesome. They're prolific. They don't take hardly any work. No bugs on them. Low water, and the ones we've been eating are about 4 foot and about that big around, and they've been really good, really delicious. So that was one of the roosters, if you heard them. But I'm going to be hopping off here. We've been on for 25 minutes. I'm pretty nervous doing these, so that's probably about what I'm going to do. I am going to plan one for next week at the same time, though, and talk about a few other things. So if anyone wants to jump on, that would be cool. I do want to warm up to lives and do a few more of them where I can answer questions. I feel like I've learned a lot, and maybe I can help some people out with things, or just talk. But so let's see. That is the new setup. This stream was about populating the Wynola Ranch Cage, so I went over the water system I built for it, turning that on, their food and what I feed them and use, and then as well as on the bottom. And so let's see, there we go. Yeah. Well, welcome to my urban homestead, my backyard here. We'll do another stream. Thank you for everyone who's come and stuck on. It's good to see everybody. Appreciate you all very much, and we'll catch you next time. So till then, stay strong. Have a good weekend.